Hello and welcome everybody to 1979. Now, 1979, Hale Irwin won the US Open, Fuzzy Zoeller won the Masters. A company was founded in 1979. Nickelodeon. That's right, everybody's favorite. I remember watching Nickelodeon as a kid. Everybody loves Nickelodeon, right? I don't know if they're still coming out with stuff, but I loved it when I was growing up. Now, another company was founded named TaylorMade Golf. They were introducing steel, hollow steel head drivers, the modern metalwood as we know it, introduced in 1979, compared to Accu-Flo Plus, brought to you by Titleist, owned by Acushnet. The Acushnet Titleist AccuFlo Plus is what Titleist came out with, and here's TaylorMade coming out with a full steel driver. And how does that compare with, I don't know, more traditional woods? I just totally pinched my fingers. How do all these compare? Well, we'll talk about that here after we have a closer look at the identifying features of the AccuFlo Plus. So these are very distinctive. We have Titleist over the wood number, in this case 1, and it's big, you can't miss it, inside of a circle. And then that's on this aluminum shell. And then this particular model has a maple insert here. You can see it kind of rests back here and sticks its head out right here. And on the aft portion right here, AccuFlo Plus, little decal of the skirt. As we spin around the skirt, you can see it's kind of this gradient, I don't know what that is, mahogany, cordovan kind of a color. Toe profile, you can see this aluminum shell right here. And the face has these 2 headless screws. Now this is what sets this apart from, I think it's in 1981 or 82, they adopted the slot screws right here. And this insert, so this right now this is just a black insert. That one has a brown insert, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, anybody. And there's also an offset version of this. So you can see this one, no offset. This is just a 1979, 1980 normal AccuFlo Plus. And that's your look at a dress. I think the 82 model that I've seen also has a alignment line on the aluminum shell here. Anyway, this aluminum frame or shell comes all the way up here. It's the hosel to this tapered steel shaft. This one has a label on it. I can't make out what it says here. If somebody knows, please let us know in the comments below. My guess is it's going to be some sort of Acushnet branding, but you never can tell. And then I put the sticker on. 1979 is when they started making these. Obviously, they made it for at least a year after. This one has this tractor tread wrap style rubber grip. On the butt, there's an Acushnet here with a T and USA down here and 2 little stars. So this is my understanding, the original Acushnet grip. So that is how it looks. I mean, look at it. It's aluminum and wood. Let's get this out on the range and see what's going on. Titleist Armored Turtle. What is this thing? This is AccuFlo Plus on the aft portion of the skirt. I mean, it's a hybrid. Look at it. It's metal and wood. Hybrid. Let's use one of these T's here and see how it feels. It looks like a hybrid, but is it really a driver in disguise? It's pretty long. I'm gonna hit it like a hybrid, just see what happens. That was thin, and man, it's moving. Right to left. Try that again here. Come down on it like an iron. I just want to see what happens. Just curious. Wow. That one's sailing right out there. That's good distance and everything on it. I mean, that was great. New tee. I'm going to hit it like a driver now, see what happens. Teed up a little bit higher, swing up on it. It's the worst thing that could possibly happen. Slicing it way off into the woods. Not quite, but that was not a great hit. All right, Try it again. Busted teeth again. Things I do for you guys. All right. We want to draw setup. That was a draw, all right? Just a low, hooky, terrible draw. I'm hitting these out of the heel side. They're two little like pins right here. I'm hitting them off of that heel pin. All right, one more and then we're gonna call it quits. The wind's howling here and that tee broke as well. But we'll just prop it up, keep going, pretend that didn't happen. All right, here we go. I'm going for the same thing, trying to go for a straighter heely or straighter draw. Is that right? Where it goes from right to left? Yeah, that was one of the straighter ones. All right. Good distance on that one too. All right, wow. It sounds wooden when I connect with it. So it sounds like the clack that you expect from wood, but it has this metal frame around it. So it's a hybrid, I guess. Let me know your thoughts. Titleist AccuFlo Plus. Doesn't seem like something I would want to use as a driver. I don't know if I'd want to hit this. Should I hit one? Hold on, everybody. I want to hit one just off the deck here. See what happens. That happened. Huh, interesting. Anyway, excited to read your comments about the Titleist AccuFlo Plus. So on the range, it is a driver, okay? Hybrid materials, but the loft just isn't right for like hitting this thing off the deck like you would a hybrid, all right? As a modern day hybrid would be described, you see, because the definition of things can change. To me, this didn't feel or look amazing. It didn't give me tons of confidence. It's funny how the style of the contrasting big top line here is still mimicked today. Like my TaylorMade M2 driver still has this huge line across the front of it like that. It's interesting. Not like it's going to change, but I mean, like obviously the new TaylorMade's moved away from that, but TaylorMade adopted a similar style as a club that came out in 1979. So it's interesting. I want to do a size comparison here real quick for you. So just by way of comparison, here is side by side the TaylorMade. Okay, you could say those are pretty similar sized. But let me show you this Ping Karsten 3. I've recently reviewed this. One is substantially larger. Okay, now let's look at the face of these. Does one of those build more confidence than the other? Interesting. What about these? Does the face of one of these build more confidence than the other? I like what Titleist does, right? They're exploring new ideas. Well, let's use aluminum because people have problems with these things cracking. So if we use aluminum and make the part that contacts the ball wood, but we're not going to use the wood. We're going to use the cyclic, whatever the word is, plastic insert here with two headless screws. And we're going to have it there. Yeah, is that a good idea, Titleist? I don't know. They sold it for multiple years. So I really don't know. Looking back at it, I see this as interesting. I'm confident, I don't know if these things pop out or if the wood shrinks, because wood, with humidity, wood shrinks and expands. How does that affect the aluminum here? I imagine they don't, aluminum will expand and contract to heat, but not to humidity. Wood's not going to expand and contract due to heat, but it does expand and contract to humidity. So to me, it seems like it's going to break. It seems like at some point you're going to be swinging. This thing's just going to pop out the back. The ball's going to go that way, and the rest of the head's going to go that way, and you're just going to be like, oh, I'm going to go buy something more durable. So let me know if you had any funny experiences with these. I want to hear all the craziness, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is well engineered and it's framed in such a way that that's not going to happen. I don't know. I haven't dissected one of these yet. So I'm interested to read everybody's comments. But for me, this is a novelty that's going to go in my range bag. Yeah, it's going to go in my range bag. Take it and let new golfers hit it. Because I feel like the neck's not going to break at least. And with that, I'd like to thank my patrons. Thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. I offer general support on Patreon where I communicate back and forth and I post a few behind the scenes pictures and updates. You can also support this channel by visiting my Amazon shop. I'll put a link in the description below. I am an Amazon associate. I make proceeds from qualifying purchases. Thank you everybody for watching and your support. I am the Vintage Golfer.